Make sure I'm actually recording this time, dang it. What is going on here? Thanks for tuning in to another Black Sheep TV production. Today we continue our Does It Drift video series where we purchase vehicles in-game, build those cars up to drift spec, and then test those cars rigorously to see if they have the ability to be, what do you turn around, to be drift cars, okay? So as you're noticing, this car is already built, and I have been trying to put the drift build in with the Does It Drift episodes now. The problem with it is I just built this car, so why did I not record it? Well, I thought I was recording it. I tried to record it. I wanted to record it, and I realized I wasn't recording. Now thinking of it, I think I made another stupid mistake, and I put all the money into it. First off, I was going to tell you guys, and I did tell you guys, but it didn't record. Keep your eyes open for the next Drift Myths episode where we test armor and see if armor affects your drift vehicle in any way whatsoever. Right now I'm not running any armor. I don't run any brakes preferentially either. However, if you do use that left trigger at time and you like a stickier brake, race brake, sports brake, and street brake do affect your performance. Now we did put the full level 4 engine tune, of course. We don't do that stuff, none of that. Loss prevention, this is where I messed up. I have to put that in there, my god. If I would have went to stance this thing, and we have not drifted yet, so you're not missing out on anything there, guys. If I would have went to stance this thing and I would have blown it up, I would have lost all of the money I invested into it. I would have been just with this amount of money that I have right now, I would have been absolutely infuriated. Respray. So you might not like this color scheme. However, this Ocelot F620, this is modeled after the Maserati, and I built this actually after my boy Rich Piana's Maserati that he had for a while. And if you don't know who Rich Piana is, rest in peace, Rich Piana. He was one of the most influential bodybuilders to me personally when I started my fitness thing. He was super honest about things that were very controversial, and I really appreciate that for him. He recently passed away at the age of 46 due to a heart attack. So again, heart goes out to Rich Piana, his family. Condolences to everybody out there and the 5% family. That is why you're seeing the black on the light blue. So we lowered it all the way down on the suspension. We put the transmission in there. We put the turbo in there. The wheels, we are running actually SUV tire compound, if I am not mistaken, the Obey RS's. And windows, we got the dark smoke. Now that is it. There is not any spoilers. There's no bumpers. There's no skirts. There's no carbon fiber this or aftermarket that. This is all you get. And I don't know where we're going to be at with this thing. I don't know if it drifts or not, guys. I really don't. But we're going to bring it to the track. Man, this car does look like Rich Piana's car, too. It really, really does. All right, the Gymkhana test course. I know you guys will recognize this one, especially the OG Black Sheep herd, the OBs, the original Black Sheep. This is what I was worried about, is I feel like it's going to be too sticky of a vehicle for the drift, but that's why the Does It Drift episodes exist, my friends, to see what works. Now, place your bets. Is this thing going to stance? God, I don't even know where I'd place my money. Yeah, I think it is going to stance. I think it's going to stance. Smoke in the front. It's going to smoke in the front. No smoke in the front. This is where the heart starts beating. Will this thing drift? Close your door, man. What? We're wasting no time. We're getting right to it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, I got held up right there though. So good. This car is leaving me speechless, my herd. How am I not knowing about this car? Seriously, how do we not know about this car? Apparently some people did, because they've been asking to see it for a while. This car is an animal. My goodness. If this was in the sports class, I'd be digging on it. Well, I mean, I'm still digging on it. Coupes, what else is in this class? The Sentinel XS, I know that, but it doesn't compete with this thing. This thing is like the Schwarzer, straight up. See what the emergency brake is like. Of course I have my dang TV on. My goodness, I just recorded a video and a half with my TV reverbing into my mic. Hopefully it's not too bad. Sounds a lot like the Rapid GT. My goodness, guys. Speaking of the Rapid GT, I think I prefer this thing in way over it. I'm kind of speechless, guys, because this thing is it's a speedier drifter than the Schwarzer. So it's like I'm already preferring it over the Schwarzer. And that says a lot, like a lot. The problem is it's in the coupes. And I don't know what else is in this class. There's not a lot left in this class. But this thing stands up normally, which is major for efficiency because now you can bring it into free mode and feel comfortable with it. You can stance it up in free mode because you can stance it up normally and not worry about having to blow it up or having to recall it in, cost yourself tons of money. You know what, guys? I'm going to have to bring this thing to another track. I'm going to have to bring this thing to another track to get its full grade because I think she's really contending for that perfect score. Full stand. We're good. We're good. This car's in good shape still. 100% good shape, no smoke, no nothing. If your car's smoking out of the hood, that means you're going to get some backfires and it's going to affect your drift 110%. Alright, so we're kind of running into the weaknesses here on the Formula Drift track, that's for sure. Can this thing make it around this track? I don't know if it can. Let's get a grade on this thing. I know the couple things that I need to hit it with, and that's not that bad. So, cost off the bat, guys, you're going to be getting this car on the street. However, the upgrades are pretty expensive. It's $10,000 just to get your insurance, $42,500 for your turbo, it's about $30,000 for your transmission and tune as well. Do the math on that. That's bringing you up there. Now, the good thing for you that's working in your favor is there's not a lot for customizations. I don't know if that really works in your favor or not. I would prefer to have a lot more fibers, some bumpers, some stuff like that to make it look cool. I don't know why it seems like a lot of the really good drift cars in the game cannot. They're just not, you know, like look at the Schwarzer, for example. There's nothing for customization except for like some bumper. There's more than this, don't get me wrong, but this thing deserves to have some more stuff. So cost, you're looking at right around the $100,000 to $120,000 mark minus the chrome rims. If you need to have chrome rims in your life, you're going to be adding in a little bit more kashish to that, all right? And what you're getting out of that is absolutely awesome. So it's a 10 out of 10, no questions asked for that bracket. It's in the Schwarzer's bracket for cost, and it's in the Schwarzer's bracket for performance. So she's a 10 out of 10, no questions asked for that one. Now, driftability. This is where it's going to have to take a point or two. So the e-brake, for one, it is a decent e-brake, but when you turn while pulling the e-brake, handbrake, however you want to refer to that brake, it's really touchy. So let's just show you without going around a corner. So I pull the e-brake and I go left. Like, it really wants to go left. You really have to, you got to get it down. See, it does a lot of that where it's oversteer completely, and then you're turning back around and you can't get back into your drift. So that is one of the big issues. Once you get the hang of it, it is all right, but it's a lot more touchy than any other, you know, a lot of other drift cars. So I do have to hit it a little bit on that. Also, although you can see that you can get some really, really fat drifts in this thing, the issue with it is that she's slightly too grippy to get some of the really, really long drifts that, say, the Schwarzer might be able to get. But then again, guys, then you start busting out some of these really long cores, and it's like, I guarantee you the Schwarzer isn't that much different than this thing. It's just this thing relies on speed, so you have to keep that little angle, as you're seeing right here. just that slight angle, and you only just have to, you know, just reset it. We're right back on our, and the oversteer again. But those are some big drifts, guys. Those are some real fat drifts, like I said. And that's why I'm really digging this car for sure. I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it for a second. It left me speechless in the beginning. I was like, my goodness, is this thing really going to be something like a 30 out of 30 right off the pop? I'm not going to hit it for the grip, because for Gymkhana, it's like the perfect amount of grip, and maybe it's even the perfect amount of grip for Formula Drift once you get it down, because the speed is so perfect. But the problem is it's in the coupe class, so I am going to hit it the 1 for the emergency brake, because you have to get on that left trigger. It really slows you down. You really are going to have to be very precise on your entries with this car. Single gear drifting technique or clutch kicking drift technique, or just a well-rounded technique. Whatever you're using, you're going to have to be very precise with it. So definitely a 9 out of 10 on driftability. I don't see any issue of hitting it with anything there. Now, efficiency, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. This is where this car shines, is in free mode, 110%. This is where I feel you're going to be seeing this car predominantly. Unless there's a coupe base, and you're going to be seeing a lot of Sentinel XSs and a lot of these. But I think that these will probably outdo the performance rate and the showmanship of the Sentinel XS by a long shot. So if you guys are looking for a very affordable drift car that is keeping up with the best in the game, this is the one for you. And it does look like a good car too. I even like the rear end. The rear end even looks pretty cool. Some people, I mean, that's preferential, but again, guys, there's not a lot for customizations. So 29 out of 30 for the, what is this, the 36th or 37th episode of Does It Drift? It's like the 40th car in, and we're still getting cars that have been in the game since day one when it came out. So this is definitely one that I do suggest you have in your drift collection. There'd be no reason not to, as it's so affordable to have, and it drifts so great. And being that it is the best performer in the coupe class, this is the one to have. I appreciate you all tuning in, liking, comment, and subscribe, and sharing these videos. If you are sharing these videos, please go check out my second channel, Black Sheep Lifestyle, if you have not done so yet. Skateboarding, fingerboarding, fitness, recreational car videos, stuff like that is what you can see there, as it is a lifestyle channel, not a gaming channel. But if this is what you want to see, Black Sheep TV is going nowhere, my herd. My homies and homettes, I thank you all. Thank you greatly. I do appreciate you so much. I can't even explain it, really, in all honesty. As always, I hope you all stay happy, stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.